Saturday was King Con. I was there all day, taking boxes out of storage, bringing them to the show, selling at the whole show, bringing everything back at the end of the day. On Sunday, I was exhausted. So what did I do? I went to a flea market and yard sale. Check out what I got. Coming up next on this video from Bronzeville Comics. Hey there, comic book community. This is Jim from Bronzeville Comics coming to you with another video. And before we get started and do that like, comment, subscribe thing, you know what to do. We're almost at 2,800 subscribers. I really appreciate all the people that have subscribed to the channel, follow the content. If you like what you see, subscribe to the channel. Also, follow us on other socials. I'm on Instagram at Bronzeville_comics. Same Whatnot, Bronzeville_comics. We do sales weekly on Whatnot at 10 p.m. Eastern, usually on Monday nights. This week it's going to be a Tuesday night, so tonight at 10 p.m. there's a large silver and bronze Marvel sale. We got some keys. We got a bunch of run books. Check it out. Give us a follow. Bookmark the show and check out the store. All of the items are listed with grades in the store so you can see what's available. Also, my eBay store, link in the description below. And on Whatnot, if you haven't yet tried but you want to, if you sign up through the link in the description, you'll get $10 off your first purchase, whether it's with me or any other vendor on Whatnot. So I got up Sunday morning, and there was a flea market I had been to last week and picked up some books. Guy said he was going to be back, and $1 a book. So, and he actually bundles it's six books for $5. So I ended up in total paying I always try to get multiples of 6 then, and paying 83 cents a book. So first, one of the first books I picked up was this. This is Demon Annual number 2. It's the first appearance of Hitman. Unfortunately, this is not in great condition. Then I picked up a couple. They had a number of New Teen Titans Volume 2, including these two books with Perez art. When the what DC did at the time, New Teen Titans was one of their more popular titles, and so they kind of split, and they started these books on a more the Baxter format, which was better paper. And after 1 year, they had new stories going in. The first volume of New Teen Titans turned into Tales of the Teen Titans, and then this was the second volume of New Teen Titans. After a year, Tales of the New Teen Titans started reprinting these books. Interestingly, this second volume of New Teen Titans doesn't really have any keys. The first volume has a plethora of keys. Then there's this Rocketeer movie adaptation, Dave Stevens cover. That's pretty cool. This was one I didn't have, is one of my Atlas Comics, Planet of the Vampires. That's a Pat Broderick cover. That looks kind of interesting. This Star Wars Shattered Empire. It is a GameStop exclusive from The Force Awakens with Luke and Leia on the cover. Another variant cover. This is Batman Rebirth, number 29, covered by the late Tim Sale. It's interesting that this particular franchise has a rabid fan base, a really loyal fan base, but it doesn't cross over into comics. Very few of the comic books from this franchise have any value other than the first issue, and they've been printed by IDW, Marvel, DC, Gold Key, going all the way back in the day. This is the first issue of the second volume of the ongoing series of Star Trek, which adapts the 1979 motion picture. I believe this comic came out in 1981. Really the only book that has a great deal of value is that Gold Key number 1 issue. But these are dollar books. Batman Ra's al Ghul number 4, Neil Adams cover. That's cool. Ghost Rider 15 with that glow-in-the-dark cover. Wonder Woman 0. Really classic. Brian Boland was doing the Wonder Woman covers at this time. Another cover by Green Lantern 19 with the Star Sapphire cover. Another cover by, and this is a pretty cool book. It's X-Men 24 Newsstand Edition. Right? That's pretty late for a newsstand, this classic Rogue Gambit Embrace. This is a book that has merit right now. Sensational She-Hulk number 50, this classic foil cover by John Byrne. And then another of the books I picked up, this was actually kind of interesting. This was like the third book I found as I was flipping through the pile. And I was kind of hoping for stuff a little bit later in the run, but it wasn't there. And this is in pretty decent shape. It's not a 9.8. But this is Darth Vader number 1, and this contains the first appearance of Black Chrysanthemum. That was a book that was really hot when the Book of Boba Fett TV series showed him for the first time. And then there was one other book in there with some other magazines, like a U.S. News and World Report and a Time magazine or something like that. And I'm covered stuff up. It's Weirdo number 3. This is from 1982. This is a Robert Crumb book. I can't show you the bottom of the book, and I have something covering up the side because it is a Crumb book, and there's a little bit of naughty bits. But that's, Crumb books aren't necessarily highly printed. They're kind of sought after. That is late in his career. Then I also picked a number of other books from him and kind of established a communication. So hopefully can get some more books in the future. I went to a yard sale. There was a yard sale advertised on Craigslist Saturday and Sunday. I figured, it's Sunday already. All the good stuff will be gone Saturday. And I got there a little bit before the start of the yard sale, and I was absolutely shocked that there was nobody else there looking for comic books. Not when I got there, not in the time I was there. I was the only person at the yard sale. So they had records. They had other stuff that usually, people go to a yard sale for. I don't know what was happening, but nobody was there. So, and it looked like the boxes were pretty full. Now, this guy seemed to have been a collector who knew what he had. Pretty much everything was bagged and boarded. So he had $1 books, and then he had $5 books. But the $5 books were 3 for $10. So I picked up a few of those. So in the $1 bin, I picked up this. It's the first Superman Blue. Batgirl Special with this Mike Mignola cover. If I can get that for $1, I'm picking it up. Amazing Spider-Man. What If the Amazing Spider-Man Married Black Cat? That's a pretty interesting book. I picked up a few Hellblazer miniseries, The Fury, a 3-parter. And then I didn't even realize. I don't know if number 2 was there. I actually think I already have this. These are all from Dark Horse. I believe they're all in the 90s. The Sleeping and the Dead, issue number 1. Abe Sapien, The Devil Does Not Jest. 2-issue miniseries there. That's pretty cool. And a 5-issue miniseries by Mignola, Witchfinder Lost and Gone Forever. So those are all $1 a piece. Batman 681. Now here, this is an interesting book. It's Extreme Justice number 9. Extreme Justice, what is it? This is the first in continuity appearance of the Wonder Twins, Zan and Jaina. So that's a pretty cool book to come across. I picked up a few of these amalgam books when DC and Marvel had this kind of mashup of characters. Spider-Boy was a combination of Spider-Man and Superboy. So is Spider-Boy and Spider-Boy Team Up. Those are 2 of the more popular ones. The best books in that run are the Wolverine Batman mashups, Dark Claw. There's Dark Claw, and then there's a takeoff on the Batman animated series. I think it's entitled Dark Claw Adventures. I picked up this too, Deathstroke the Terminator number 15. This is the first appearance of his daughter Rose as a baby. We saw that character in the Titans TV series. So that is an interesting book. And I picked up this one, right? X-Force number 1. And for those of you curious at home, it does have a Deadpool trading card. So that the Deadpool ones are worth more than the other ones. The trading cards, I think there were 5 possibilities. And then this was an interesting book. Batman Mad Love, but it's an Italian edition. You can see there that the verbiage is in Italian. So this, I believe, is the second appearance of Harley Quinn. It features her origin. Now, I don't know of an Italian version, but, you know, this does have a little bit of color rub here on the spine, but I don't know. Should I send that in? I mean, anywhere in the 9s, even 8.5s of this book, well, it might not be that good. But it's still a pretty cool book, and I got this for like $3. Then I did pay a little bit more for this one, and I did think it was kind of worth it, but this is Batman Vengeance of Bane, #1, the first appearance of Bane. It is the second printing. Some other books I picked up were this X-Men 150. And then there were, and I couldn't pass these up because they are in pretty decent shape from what I can tell. And there were some Batman's number, is that 304? Right. 305. Actually, I think I had both of these from, I picked these up when I was a kid. 306. Black Spider. Didn't have 307. 307 is the first appearance of Lucius Fox. But it did have 2 copies of 308. Right, which is the Tiffany Fox, who, if I'm not mistaken, is becoming Batgirl in the current continuity, or a Batgirl. She has been a Batgirl at some point. That's her first appearance. And then another Bronze Batman, 347. These 2 books, there are earlier books that you would want, but these are a couple of Archie books, and this appealed to me as a fan of the cartoon growing up. So it had Josie and the Pussycats, right? Now, Josie was a character that premiered in Archie Comics, Archie's Pals and Gals 23 in 1962, and then just a couple months later, she got her own series, and Josie McCoy, and it was Josie for the first 44 issues, and then in 45, it was still Josie, and they form the Pussycats. So 45 is the first appearance of the Pussycats, and issue 46 is the first appearance of the first cover appearance of Josie and the Pussycats. So these are early ones. These are still 15 centers, and you know, they're for $3 a piece. They're worth picking up. Always pick up ASM for $3 a piece, and I picked this up. I don't know if this has any. We've kind of seen, you know, a hint of Ursa Major. We know that Red Guardian's returning in the Thunderbolts movie. I don't know if they'll do anything with the Soviet super soldiers. You know, involving Russia in the narrative right now is a little dicey. So those were my pickups for the day. I thought it was a pretty successful morning. I just got out for about an hour or so and picked up some comic books. And let me know what you think of the haul there. What books do you find most interesting? And in the meantime, you can take a look at a couple of my other videos here. And this is Jim saying until next time, enjoy your comics.